My face is a little frozen right now because we were in Dolly Sods, West Virginia on a winter solo backpacking trip. Got some camera gear. We're going to take some pictures, do some video. Follow along. Here we go. Okay, so it's about 6:30 at night. It's going to be getting dark in about 30 minutes. It is March, I'm not sure what the day, I think 17th, I kind of forget. This is probably my last winter trip for this season. It's supposed to snow a little bit tonight, possibly tomorrow. I'm going to be out here for at least probably 3 days, maybe even a 4th day if it's going pretty well. And we'll see how it goes. So here's a shot of Red Creek. So there is a little campsite as soon as you hit the trail. It's only about 100 yards in, if that. But I kind of want to go a little farther than that before it gets dark. Hopefully I didn't make a bad choice. This is going to be camp for the night. Good morning. Looks like just a little bit, but there's some snow in my tent. You can kind of see it. It's about 7 in the morning. The sun should be coming up here in the next 20 minutes or so. Well, I don't think we're going to see much of a sunset or sunrise. Sorry, I just woke up. Alright. So for my last couple trips, I don't know if you can see these, I bought these little booty things to put on my feet, keep my feet warm while I'm sleeping. And as I woke up this morning, and I've worn these things I think twice now, I just noticed the name on them, because that's the name. I did not realize. Okay. Sundick. Got a little bit of snow. Hey guys, so good morning. It is day 2, and last night we didn't have any snow, but I knew I was going to wake up to a little bit. Got a little dusting, maybe ½ inch to an inch, but just enough to be able to see some detail and everything. There's a little tent, creek over there. Set up a camera here for a couple of shots. What I'm going to work with here, if you can see this is my Pentax K1. It's just an 28 to 105. It works really well for this kind of work, for backpacking, and it's going to get a pretty wide range of shots that I need, from fairly wide to medium telephoto. We're going to set up a 10-stop ND filter, just kind of slow my shutter speed down a little bit more, get the water flowing a little bit in the photo. Here we go. So here's the shot I'm going to take. Right now I'm shooting about a 30-second exposure with my 10-stop ND filter. I'm at f8. I am at 200 ISO. So here's the shot I'm looking at over here. About the same settings. We're doing a 10-stop ND filter again. I also have a polarizer on there too, so it's knocking down a little bit too much light, so I had to bump up my ISO to about 200. A couple shots I did 400. And I'm at F9 on this side over here, so I'm going to go up a little bit higher. And again, about 30 seconds, get that water nice and smooth. So people keep asking why in the world I would come out here by myself in the middle of winter and camp. You can just see around. I mean, if that doesn't tell you why right there. See all the, look at that. Trail. We're back at it. Find some more stuff to photograph. Really hope you can see that snow. That's pretty awesome. On the Red Creek Trail, and I haven't been for some time. I thought I would stay closer to the creek because the trail kind of moves away from it, I believe. At least that looks like on the map. Alright guys, stepped off the trail. We're going to walk down by the creek and get a few more pictures. Hopefully I can pull this off and actually show you the shot that I'm going to do. It's kind of rocky out there. I'm hoping I can get it. We're going to use an ND filter again, a 10-stop ND filter, really slow down the water, do about 25-30 second exposure. Probably not going to be able to hear me talking down there, so as we explain it now, I'll still try to film as much as I can. Okay, so we got a few more pictures out of the way. The snow's starting to come down again. So I'm not sure how well you can see the snow, but it started to snow again. It started to melt off there for a while, but looking down the creek, you can barely see anything. Still got a few miles left to go for our next camp. About 2 miles to be exact, and set up camp for the night. Love it. Okay, so the next shot we're going to work on is a little waterfall coming off the hillside over here. Already got the camera set up. I'm going to try to talk through what I'm doing here. Okay, so here's the setup. Over there is like a little, kind of a small waterfall coming down. And I have a 10-stop neutral density filter set up on there. And I should have brought my 6. The 10's all sometimes too much when I'm out here, but you know, kind of had to pick and choose. So we're just gonna go with the 10. But I also have a polarizing filter on there as well. And the polarizer is gonna knock down some of the highlights in the water, some of the reflections in the water, and just make it a little more contrasty. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take that picture. So the next shot we're going to do is right up this little valley here. It is snowing, and I'm going to try to do a shot without the neutral density filter on there. I'm just going to get all the, kind of freeze the water as it lays, and hopefully catch a little bit of snow in the air, but it's moving pretty fast, so you're going to need about at least 500th of a second if you're going to capture snow in the air. It is a little difficult. I think 500th of a second is a good place to start. Sometimes even higher than that if the wind's blowing like it is right now. But we're gonna take this shot and get this whole scene out here. It should look pretty cool. I'm not sure if you can see how much it's snowing again, but it's coming down pretty hard now. And I'm not 100% sure where I am. So I think I found the perfect campsite, best campsite on this trail. Got some little seats, if I can show you. You can see that. This little fire pit, some chairs. So behind me is the Red River Creek. To that side, there's also a small little stream kind of coming in. They'll sleep pretty good tonight. It was a tough 7 miles. That was not easy. The snow got a little crazy a couple times. Couldn't even record it on. Put the cameras away. It was a lot of fun. Okay, so camp is all set up, and we're going to find a few more pictures to take before the sun goes down. Actually, it's already down over the hill. Just can't see it. I got my camera, tripod, and find something to take pictures of. Okay, so I have a shot set up. Hopefully you can hear me. It's kind of loud out here next to the creek. But I got the camera set up. We're only going to do about a second or two exposure. So I'm going to shoot on f/16. And it should be just enough to show some motion, but still, you know, not quite as milky as a 25 or 30-second exposure. I don't know if you can see it. The way I have this shot framed, I got some rocks in the foreground, kind of framing the image, and hopefully you'll see that in the final shot. The way I shoot these, I have a 10-second timer. That way, no shake, gets rid of all the shake, any kind of motion, lets the camera settle down, and it'll take the photo. Darker, wait for the sun to go down. Actually, the sun's already down. It's behind that hill right over there. It looks nice and bright, but it's really not. I promise you it's getting darker. Once the sun goes down, we're going to take a few more pictures with the tent, skyline in the background through the trees, and then I'm going to go to bed, take a little nap. Alright guys, I'm all set up in my tent, and I'm going to watch some episodes of Cheers. It's still too early to go to bed just yet. You can see that my little phone set up there. Do it again tomorrow. Okay, so it's the morning of day 3. So I did run out of fuel, so I am cold soaking on my food. I think I've already mentioned that. Breakfast wasn't too bad, it was just granola, but my dinner last night was pretty nasty. Some kind of, I don't know, Alfredo something. It was not good. I barely ate any of it. Here is where we are right now. Started down here. We're only about 5, 6, I don't know, 6, 7 miles in, and just backtrack back out of here. Just finish out the hike and be done with it. Okay, so we're back on the trail, heading back. I think we're about 6, 7 miles away from the car. The idea of eating another cold dinner isn't too appealing. I didn't plan this one very well. Still got some good pictures though. see that waterfall down there, but it's pretty impressive, and I can't get to it. Just hiked around, and there's no way to safely get my gear down there. So we're about 2 miles away from the end. The sun is out, definitely getting a little warmer. It's supposed to get up to 40 today. Big difference from yesterday when it was snowing and windy and got a little crazy a couple times.